Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of Yue Eats. I'm Yue, and a few days ago I posted my review of Per Se, Thomas Keller's 3 Michelin star world famous restaurant in New York City. Now the video went really long and there was a ton of content, so I had to make some cuts, otherwise it was going to be like a 50-minute long video. But as promised, I'm going to release the deleted scenes because I don't want any of the content to be lost. I want you guys to see everything that I ate there, and some of the dishes that I cut were still pretty cool. So without further ado, check out the deleted scenes from Per Se, so enjoy.
What's up with that?
Thank you.
If you don't mind, so chef look at the menu. Let's say we're just adding a few small canapé at the beginning of the meal with our compliments. So you have a pottage of the has avocado, along with the tomatillo, like in between the layer, and the sambal corn.
Okay, this is another appetizer?
Yes.
Oh, thank you. Wow, okay. Wow, look at this. It's almost like a, I don't know, it's almost like a savory sundae. Like it almost looks like dessert, but I'm guessing it's savory and not sweet, so let's give it a try. I didn't quite understand what they said about what was in it, but let's just eat it. I mean, I told them my allergies, so I should be okay. Ooh, actually, again, just look at this smooth texture. It's like smoother than cream. Those little things on top look like popcorn. They are popcorn, right? Ooh. Oh. Wow, that is fantastic. That is one of the best things I think I've eaten in a really, really long time. Really, really unique flavor. Like the inside is like, I don't know, like it's like acidic, sour, yet sweet. Like, you know how like Chinese restaurants, you know how they say like sweet and sour on their menu, like at those takeout Chinese restaurants? It ends up being both extremely sweet and extremely sour. In this case, this is both like a balance of sour and sweet. Like it's almost like eating lemonade, like in like pudding form, as opposed to drinking lemonade. Who knew that you could eat lemonade in non-frozen form, in like soft form, in like room temperature form? And that salty popcorn like adds like a crunch, adds like some saltiness, and you get sweet, sour, and salty all in every bite. And wow. Oh wow. Oh my goodness. As you dig deeper, you unlock like more flavors. Like playing a video game, if you're a completionist. As the game goes along, you unlock some plot and some secrets. But whatever that sauce on the inside is, it's more cool, like it's more, you know, it's not as strong in flavor, like it's more subtle. And it makes the whole dish more subtle. But the texture of this guy is just fantastic and almost perfect. So, wow. This is maybe one of the best apps I've had in my life so far. All gone. Fantastic. We're off to a great start. Wow.
So this is the honey custard. This is boycott pastrami. So it's like a lot of foie gras torchon, and then brioche is laminated. So it's layered brioche, very similar like in a salad brioche croissant.
The brioche is looking nice. It almost looks like a brioche slash croissant. Krona, move over, because croissant is now being invented and it's taking New York by storm. Let's try the brioche, the brosant. You know, they're really big fans of big pieces of finishing salt on top. Well, that is very buttery, very oily, very rich, and very, let me show you, very flaky, okay, it's not flaky now, but very flaky piece of bread. Wow. That is like more buttery than any croissant I've had in my life. On the inside, you know, it looks like a brioche bread from the outside, but the inside texture and the outside crunchiness and oiliness is completely like a croissant. Like, it doesn't quite taste like brioche. It mostly tastes like a croissant. I mean, I guess it's maybe slightly more buttery than most croissants I've had, hence where, you know, the brioche factor comes in. But let's try with this butter. I mean, this is already unbelievably buttery and oily, so I feel like adding more butter is almost overkill. The butter is really good. The butter is incredibly rich and creamy, super creamy and indulgent in everything that you want, but I do think that because of how oily and heavy this croissant is, I do think it's slightly too much. Like, this is a fantastic butter. If you were eating this on just like, even just plain pieces of white bread, I would love the heck out of this just because of how rich and creamy and decadent this is. But on a brioche bread like this, brioche slash croissant, whatever you want to call it, it's slightly too heavy because this is already very, very oily and heavy. So I like what they're going for, but it's a little not balanced. So interesting though that they're giving us the bread midway through the meal, which I typically do not expect.
Lubina, crispy fillet of Mediterranean sea bass.
Let's give this fish a try. Let's give this a try. Let's try some of these shallots, I suppose. Oh, are those shallots or are they grapes? I mean, you know, it's hard for me to really understand the descriptions, but oh wow, those are sweet. You know, I think they might be grapes, or if they're shallots, they're like fried, caramelized to a sweet texture. They're either grapes that are like caramelized to a point of savoriness, or they're shallots cooked to the point of sweetness through caramelization, so to say. So these are fantastic. The celery is the celery. Literally nothing special about the celery, but these grapes are fantastic. Whoa. Look at this big old glass. This is like a medieval-sized glass of wine.
This is Chateau du Pape. Wine of this region can show like in many different expression because most of the wine are made like proportion of black, right? Some like Grenache, Syrah, like more Morvedre. If it's more Syrah, it's gonna be like, I would say more little like spice notes like that, but this one is almost made entirely of a Grenache. So for me, like Grenache is always like more fruit expression like that as well, and I think it should go well with the lamb next.
Okay, thank you. All right, so yeah, it sounds like he said this is more fruity. You know, it's more of a fruity wine. So I guess let's give this a try then. Why don't we? Again, I don't really know much about wine, so I'll just do my best to review it. I was expecting like a very fruity flavor. Thank you.
On to the lamb saddle.
They said that this was going to taste kind of fruity. It doesn't taste too sweet to me. It doesn't taste too sweety. In fact, the flavor is not super strong on this wine, if I can be honest. To me, I don't know how fancy of a wine this is, but this almost kind of tastes like Franzia. Like, you know, like that box wine that we drank in college. Not the biggest fan of that. Try it with some wine. It does kind of complement. Like the wine kind of adds like some much needed acidity to the lamb. Makes it taste not too one-dimensional. Like it basically serves the role that the sauce could not. So, okay, so they took the rest of the bottle away. I was starting to wonder if they gifted me a whole wine bottle, but I guess not. Let's try some of the veggies. This is zucchini or is it eggplant? We'll find out. Not sure what this is. Oh, I think that's eggplant. Ooh, it's like that greasiness in eggplant. It's so crispy on the outside, it like seals in all that grease. in a good way. And then I guess let's try some of this zucchini. Tastes nice and fresh. It's more or less just a zucchini, although a good one. And then let's try some of this stuff. Why don't we? I get the feeling this is some sort of bean or something. Like some sort of like chickpea, maybe? And it tastes like that. That almost tastes like a nice lentil soup. In fact, I think that would pair perfectly with the lamb. Whoa, look at how tender this lamb is. It's coming apart at the seam. Now this might make this taste like a Mediterranean dish. Somehow the flavor of the lamb ends up covering up those the flavor of those beans. So the lamb alone has good enough flavor. You don't need to add anything to it, any sauces or any beans on top to make it stand out.
So before we go into the dessert, I want to have you a small portion of cheese, like that as well. This is a clafoutis of a Moses Sleeper. So Moses Sleeper is cow's milk cheese from Vermont of Jesterfield Farm. So made in the batter of the clafoutis itself, you'll find some runny cheese at the bottom, pistachio and celery. So a small portion of cheese with our complement, and then we'll go with the dessert next.
Thank you. Another complimentary little snack. This is mostly a cheese snack, and yeah, I actually think that I don't think it's that they recognize the channel. I think it's that they surprise you with a bunch of little snacks so that you feel like you're treated well, and therefore you feel like you're getting some very fantastic service as a result, which you are. So we're kind of losing some of the lights, so let's eat this quick. So they send us the dessert quick. It almost kind of tastes like cheese bread. Very subtle. I mean, the flavor is not strong at all, but I mean, it was free, so I'm digging it. Actually, these roasted nuts are to die for. I think those are better than the cheese, but the cheese was really good. The cheese was pretty subtle. It kind of tasted like bread with like a hint of cheese in it. On to dessert.
Fruit, ice cream, chocolate with the chef's selection.
Coffee and donuts time. It's like it's like an ice cream. I guess I thought it was like iced coffee, like it was like a cold beverage, but no, this is another ice cream. So I guess I better hit the gym soon because I'm eating a ton of ice cream in this meal. Whoa.
Plenty of sweets in front of you.
Oh wow. I get one of these too?
Well, I'll tell you what. Let's have like a couple here, and then if you want to like some of the assortments, and we'll box up some of the rest of the flavor.
Okay.
So you can enjoy it like tomorrow at later time. Right?
Wow, this is a lot of sweets.
Well,
yeah.
The thing is, so that we call it assortment and desserts. So the assortment, the focus is on the variety. Like so again, like we will never ask the guest to put in precision to finish the entire of it. So as long as they have a scoop, a little bit of the fruit, the ice cream, the chocolate preparation. So that's kind of the intention of it.
Oh, I see.
Right. So starting with the dulce de leche. The green one is mint, one of the Girl Scout mint cookies.
Okay.
We have key lime pie, banana, the coconut cookie, which is the Samoa, cherry cheesecake, the peanut butter with strawberry jam, PB&J.
Okay.
Along with maple with the candied pecan.
Okay. Which one was the Girl Scout cookie?
So I have two, either the mint or the coconut Samoa.
I'll do the mint, the thin mint. Yeah.
Check out, have another one, something different?
PB&J.
PB&J.
Yeah, we'll go with the everyday stuff.
Good. So I think that's that. So I'll tell you what, so I'm gonna do some of the rest of the flavor. I'm gonna box out some of this flavor to check it with you so you can enjoy it like tomorrow at a later time. When you open the box, you can just flip the chocolate. It will tell you what the flavor is.
Okay. Sounds good. Thank you so much. Wow, cool. All right, we got more stuff here, and it turns out that I'm actually not supposed to eat all this, according to the server. He said this is an assortment, so I guess I'm not supposed to eat the whole thing. I'm just supposed to take a bite of each. Oops, I guess I missed the memo. Oh man, we are running out of room, guys. We are getting very, very full, so we're just gonna take a bite of each and then call it a vid. I forget what this is, but let's just quickly try it. Whoa. I'm not a fan of that at all. That's like a sour pound cake. It's like a lemon or lime flavored pound cake, like a raspberry flavored pound cake. And I don't know, maybe this is also supposed to represent something, but that's not for me. Just try the macaron, because I don't have room for everything. Chacaron macaron. Ooh. Oh, that was fantastic. Ooh, it's like creme brulee. Ooh. It's like a creme brulee textured and flavored, nice caramelly flavored macaron. The cream inside is nice and subtle as well. It's got like a lemony flavor. That creme brulee layer though, like not too sticky, like just crunchy enough and sticky enough is hands down the best part about this. Maybe the best. Ooh. Maybe the best macaron I've had. I forgot which was Thin Mint and which was PB&J. Oh, this is PB&J, and this is Thin Mint. So Thin Mint first. Let's see if this tastes like a Thin Mint. A Girl Scout cookie Thin Mint, always my favorite. Which it does. It was like even mintier than a Thin Mint. A little too much in the mint, in my opinion. But it does taste like a Thin Mint on like steroids. And a PB&J. Does this taste like PB&J? Will it just taste like PB, or will it just taste like J? It's very good. To be honest, I don't taste the J, or the jelly. I don't really taste much jelly. I mostly taste peanut butter. But if you just treat it like a peanut butter cup, it's really good. Like if you just compare it to like a Reese's cup, it's better than any Reese's cup I've had. So I think that's it. I think we've reached the end. We're gonna share final thoughts outside, but I got a lot to say, so stay tuned.